all the elements called format Here 15.
Welcome to Improvlive 365.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for coming down to talk to us. I was realizing, thinking about this interview, that even though I've played with you for years and years, I know very little about your background.
Well, I could go way back and say my grandmother used to sing a lot.
Mm.
She used to have a ukulele in her... she used to have a ukulele in the closet there, you know what I mean? And I used to look up at it and go, give me that thing. I used to, like, I'd sit on the couch and bang on the thing, you know what I mean? Just finally got a guitar by the time I was 10, 11 years old, you know. And there was a family that lived, they were our neighbors technically, but we sort of lived in an isolated area, so we had to walk down the street to get to their house. But the guy played the banjo and the guitar, and he played like all bluegrass music, you know. And I can remember being a kid, and these guys would be in the living room just playing, but they wouldn't let any kids in. So I would be in the kitchen, and would be just this light and this like vibration coming from the room, and I would just be like, oh. The guy's wife could see that I was into it, so she taught me how to play, like, you know, CG on the guitar, and eventually she taught me how to play a Carter family tune, Wildflower.
Mm.
And that was the first song I ever learned on the guitar.
How did you end up playing bass as your main instrument?
Well, when I got into my 20s, I had to figure out how to make a living, you know.
That's it.
And then what do they say, you know? Well, you know, everybody needs a bass player, I guess was what. And, you know, I kind of proved that, you know, because I tried to work as a guitarist, and it wasn't working out too well. And then I got a gig playing bass, and all of a sudden it was like, wow, I'm working here, you know, kind of the difference between being a, you know, running out there trying to catch a pass, or like, you know, working on the line here, you know. Mm-hmm. And I felt the relationship between the bass and the drums and everything, you know what I mean? And I felt like, oh, this is kind of more for me, you know.
That was great.
That was just that little piece that I mentioned earlier on Wildflower, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe a snippet of that would be good. Want me to do something else?
Yeah.